Hello everyone, welcome to the final episode of High Rollers in Cyberpunk 2077. Let's see how our desperate freelancers finish this whole mission off. As you begin opening it, you hear something like a click. What do you do?
I feel like, can I like sort of tackle Trex to the floor, like just dive, tackle?
Sure, make a reflexes plus athletics.
It's reflex plus athletics.
Sure.
22 again.
22 again. You dive on top of Trex and basically shove his head down into the ground. As this thing opens, a bang and a flash erupts. You just managed to see the canister of some sort of flashbang fall to the ground. It had clearly been wedged in the door, tied so that as soon as it was opened, it pulled it and it just, bam, this flash goes off. Pete, the old lady and that who were grabbing are like, and they're just kind of talking and like yelling and screaming. The old men are like crying out. Everybody, so defects, because you two had moved to the front of the store, this will be less effective against you. I need pretty much everybody to make a willpower plus resist torture drugs. Check.
So I have cyber eyes that are fitted out with anti-dazzle.
Anti-dazzle, you do.
I'm immune to blindness and other effects by flashes.
The cybernetics kick in and just block your eyes.
I don't have a resist torture.
Then it's just willpower.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
I think only the solo might have that ability.
Yeah.
9?
15.
15, that's still pretty high.
I got a 12.
12. Because you're so far away, Sky, you see the noise. You manage to just cover your ears. You're still a bit woozy and daisy. You're going to take a minus penalty on some checks, like while this is in effect. But yeah, it's just kind of like your ears are ringing, your vision's a bit blurry, like nauseated. Trex and defects. I mean, you were actually protected by Grim, Trex.
Oh,
so like Grim,
completely?
okay. Grim managed to like bear you to the ground and cover you. The noise is still really loud, but so you'll probably have the same thing as Sky actually, like a very slight penalty.
Does that affect me in NetSpace?
It does, because it's still all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
It won't affect your interface abilities, but if you want to do any meat actions, they'll still be affected.
Meat actions. Yeah. That's what I always say.
What did you get, Grim and Defects?
18.
18?
9.
Defects, it's like a bad trip, man. Like, you're just like, you can't see, there's like ringing, you can't hear anything. You are blinded and deafened. You don't know how long for, but yeah, this flashbang is completely gonna Grim, you managed to not only bear Trex to the ground, but you kind of knowing it's a flashbang coming, you shut your eyes and you steel yourself against the noise. Again, still painful ringing, but you can just kind of pull yourself up. You can see that the maintenance hatch leads to a stairway, and coming from it, you can just barely hear the sounds of somebody making a run, like somebody panicking upstairs.
Right.
What do you guys all do? So at this point, do you know what? Let's roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh,
Let's roll
damn.
initiative.
So because I have also got a chipware set called Kerenzikov, I have +2 to initiative roll.
Nice.
What is initiative?
So you are ready to go. So it's D10 plus reflex.
I've got initiative reaction, so I can add a +1 to mine.
Okay, nice. And then we'll do Maelstrom Thugs.
8, 9.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's okay, my reflex is 8, so I got a 9.
11. Even with my Kerenzikov.
Okay, so May, you got 9. Sky.
8.
Did I say 9? Did I say 11? What did I just say?
You said 9 to me. But was it 11?
I can't remember.
Should we say it's 11?
Hold on, I rolled a 2, +7, +2 more.
So it's 11.
He said 9.
I don't know, somebody said 9 and it
Someone
confused
said
me.
9.
Sky 8 total?
Yes.
Trex.
9.
He said 9.
13.
Grim.
14.
14. Right. Yeah, Grim and Trex, you two are the only ones who can hear anything right now. Somebody up these stairs is making a run for it. You hear like the sound of a window breaking and like somebody climbing up something like rung, and you hear a dog, row, 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 and the dog is coming downstairs.
Right.
The dog is coming down these stairs. I forgot to roll for
Dog.
the dog.
The dog.
I'll never tell.
I wonder what he's called.
So you hear that going off. The dog hasn't made its way downstairs, but it's active. But yeah, somebody is breaking their way up. May, the flash has attracted the 5 gangsters of the Maelstrom gangsters, and they're going to spend their turn running towards the pachinko parlor. Next turn, they'll breach. They'll come in.
Okay. Is there a back, like a fire exit? Or
before you, it is Grim, so that was their turn. You basically saw them taking their turn. Sorry, that was my mistake. You saw them running towards the thing. Grim, what do you do?
So can I just shout out, like, she's up there, I can hear her. Let everybody move into the door, like, to everybody, and then stand by the door, so when everybody starts coming through, I can try and, like, bar the way for people as they come through.
Yeah, so you're basically taking, like, a kind of encouraging everyone to go through the hatch, and then you're going to stay behind to kind of hold off whatever. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Things like getting out guns and stuff is an action in this.
Then I will get out my gun and my sword.
Okay, so you got like SMG in one hand and then
sword in the other hand.
And what kind of sword is it? Is it like a katana or is it like a?
Yeah, it's kind of like a katana, but it's got augmented like loads of like lights coming through it and stuff. So it's just really cool.
Shing! And then Uzi in one hand and stuff like that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Defects. You are blind and deafened right now.
What did you fucking do?
You're just shouting. The old lady's like punching you and like thinks that you've done this to her and is like shoving you.
Get off, you lady. I'm just trying to head towards the voice of Grim.
Sure, you can't hear it, so
I'm just
stumbling around.
I'm just stumbling around, like walking to stools and stuff.
Pachinko machine. You like bonk into a pachinko machine. You hear like some sort of jackpot noise go off, but you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Amazing. Perfect. Now, May.
Is there a fire exit or an alternate entrance away from the bad dudes?
Places in Watson aren't concerned with fire safety. There is only one entrance into the pachinko parlor, but if you kind of look up, there's clearly a roof, and there are like escapes up on the roof that connect to other buildings. That's what you can see. But yeah, you either have to go through the Maelstrom guys or back out through the maintenance hatch that Grim and that stood by.
Yeah, it's more I wanted to get the old lady safe. Can I shout in Chinese to all the old ladies and men to get on the ground and get to the furthest corner?
Sure.
And then, can I drop a road flare in the entrance that the Maelstrom guys are about to come through in an attempt to kind of distract and blind them?
I don't think the flare would be bright enough to blind them, but I mean, it still radiates enough heat that it would be like, not necessarily a deterrent, but it would create an obstacle. Like they'd either have to jump over it or, you know, make sure that they don't accidentally set themselves on fire walking past it and stuff like that. But yeah, you could definitely try.
I'll do that then.
Sure, so you kind of pull the stick off, the road flare, throw it in the middle, and yeah, it's just filling up with this red smoke as well that kind of fills the doorway, which is going to make it hard to shoot through if they tried to shoot at you guys. And you did see them, they had guns.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Anything else?
Apart from shouting at old ladies?
Yeah, unfortunately, she was also deafened by the flashbang and the two old men, but they're kind of just scrambling around on the floor anyway. They don't really know what's going on. Kind of stumbling around, not sure what's happening really.
Yeah, I mean, do I get any movement after this? Or I guess like I'm near the door.
Yes, sorry. So you get one move action and then an action. So your action this turn was to light the road flare. We'll make that your action, but you get to move, and you can move basically meters of like your movement stat in meters doubled.
14
meters. And
I'll move towards...
We're used to dealing with feet, playing a different role-playing game. 2 meters is about arm's length, is the way that the game describes it. So anything at arm's length is within 2 meters of distance. Okay. So this pachinko parlor is maybe, like 16, 20 meters along.
I'll move towards the hatch.
That's what the game says. Look, don't look at me.
My arm's not very long.
Fucking big arm.
Well, I think it's the idea that within arm's reach is like you can step forward and grab something.
Right, okay.
You know.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Okay. I'll move towards the hatch.
Okay, so you just start heading your way back in. So you've created like this smoke flare and then you're going to start moving back. Okay, Trex?
So I can take 1 meat or 2 net actions.
Yes.
And I know there's more in here. You know? There's more in here.
There is more here.
There's more loot, you know?
I just want to say, I know Tom Hazel very well. He's a good friend of mine, and I know what kind of games he likes. And when I told him that playing a Netrunner was like playing a card-based roguelike, I knew that this would happen, and he would not be able to resist.
And my run isn't over, Mark.
My run isn't over.
My run's not over. And I think I know what's in Route A, so I almost want to go up to Route B, and if not, I will slide out of there.
Okay.
if it's Badlands.
You make your way to Route B, the branching path, and it's already bad news. As you reach the door and it begins opening, there is spray paint. The door has been painted in a Netrunner signature of a great green city at the end of a yellow brick road, and there is an army of robotic men, lions, and scarecrows coming out of the city. And as the door opens, you see a huge, tall, imposing golden lion that is a Black Ice Hellhound. You have one net action left.
I thought going up a level.
Oh no, sorry. You've got 2 net actions.
Is there anything else in here, like control nodes?
Nothing else in here. There's another floor.
There's a floor above. Oh, dude.
But the lion, the Black Ice, will chase you if you go up, if you don't escape it.
Can I, in that case, I want to press 4 on my hotbar.
Hotbar.
And
Cooldown.
And no, there's no cooldown because I haven't used this one yet. And it's the summon my own hellhound skill. And this comes in through like a sigil portal.
I'm going to give you, because we're still learning the game, a Black Ice program doesn't fight other programs.
Oh, of course, you're right.
Black Ice goes after Netrunners. Now, you could use your sword programs to attack a program like a Black Ice.
I mean, I know hellhounds.
They're pretty scary.
I know that my sword won't be enough. Can I slide to the next floor?
Yes, so slide is your escape mechanic. It's the way that you can avoid encountering a Black Ice.
Yeah, I want to slide up to the floor above this one, if
right,
possible.
and you've got to beat its perception.
Oh, shit.
This is where I've got to check. I've got to go through tables.
So the hellhound's perception is 6.
Ah, perfect. You've already got it there for me.
Got my
Excellent.
own.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, this is D10 plus your interface.
Okay. 12.
So yeah, you manage to quickly, in the framework, you're slamming on the next floor button.
Close the door,
as this
close the
line
door,
is
close the door.
and then the doors, and you slide up.
Okay.
The next floor, which is the end of your action, but the next floor contains a control node. It contains 2 things. One is a file called Wizard 1. The next is a control panel for fire and maintenance. Fire control, so sprinklers and things like that.
Okay.
But also the maintenance panel that you just opened. This is a way that you could have opened it or unlocked
Without
it.
ripping the door.
Okay.
It's fine. That's all right.
But that's the end of your net actions.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, so after Trex, Sky.
I am going to get the gun out and
Your action.
move towards the hatch.
The gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, your gang,
So
not
my
their
move,
gang. Your gang.
my gang. So I can move 10.
Okay, so you start making your way down. You're about halfway down as you begin making it, because you're also kind of half stumbling from the very vague things that you can get. You can hear the sounds of these guys coming, making their way towards the door. I think the last thing you see looking out through the bulletproof glass is 2 of them look like they're going to try and enter. The other 2 are pulling out SMGs, and they're just going to unload on the glass to try and break the glass to shoot through later. That's the last thing you see. The very end of the turn, Grim, as you are the one closest to you and Trex, closest to the maintenance hatch, a muscular dog comes barreling through. Row, 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 and it will launch itself at the first threat it can see, which is you. So this is, I need you to roll D10 plus your dex plus your evasion.
Ooh.
And I have to make up the stats for a dog, so bear with me. Sadly not.
17.
17, so that would be give it a body of that. 50. Yeah, that's probably still going to be enough. This thing leaps up, and you try and leap out the way, but despite its size, this pit bull launches and clamps its jaws around your hand.
Ooh.
So you're going to take some potential damage here. It's only 5.
Right.
And what's your armor?
Armor is
I think it should be 11 if you're wearing light armor, Jack.
oh yes, 11. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't take any damage to your hit points, but the bite tears at your armor and like the Kevlar plates underneath your coat. Your armor is reduced by 1 until it gets remended. So the dog manages to like pull and tear at pieces of your armor, and it just growls as you make your way down. Perfect, and then it is a brand new round. You don't hear any more movement coming from upstairs. Somebody is moving up there, but you don't hear what they do. The gang does exactly what I mentioned. 2 of them try and push themselves through the door. I'm gonna make a check to see if they get set on fire. The first one makes it through. He leaps over the warding flare, kind of like waving his hands to kind of blow the smoke. And you can see he's got an SMG that he's now leveling around. But he kind of has to spend the turn like bursting through. So he's gonna throw himself up against the pachinko machines and get cover from the rest. The next guy, he is gonna fail. He goes to jump over but trips at the last second. He shoulder slams into the ground right next to the flare, and you just watch as like his tattered leather jacket and nylon jumpsuit just go launch on fire.
It's okay, I'll help him out. I've got fire suppression here.
Maintenance.
Yeah, you just hear him kind of cry out as the flames sort of begin engulfing his arm. As he's desperately trying to stand up. He manages to stumble in and also get cover, but yeah, he's on fire as he does this.
Right.
The other 2 will basically unload into the bulletproof glass window, and they're going to auto fire, so they just spray bullets at this bulletproof glass window. The first one will hit. They were both hit by considerable amounts, so that's 3 plus that is 11, 21.
They're getting in. No!
See, because I have to multiply the damage now. Yeah, multiply by 3. So 8 times 3 is 16, 24. The first one, you just hear the spray of bullets connect against the bulletproof glass, shattering it in places. It nearly falls apart just after this one solid burst of fire. The next guy, as he fires, finishes off the bulletproof glass. Just the bullets just spray over it and it shatters, collapsing down into millions of small, tiny pieces, exposing the whole pachinko parlor to the outside. However, we go to Grim.
Cool. So what? This dog is dangling on my arm, right?
It's gonna probably let go now, but yeah, or if
Yeah.
you want, it can still be on there, and you're
I
like,
was wondering, like, because it's one on my arm. Can I get? I love dogs, but
Rhiannon loves dogs.
I love dogs, but I'm gonna bite this dude with my fangs. Is that? Can I do that?
okay, so we watch as Grim opens her mouth, and these 2 vampire-like fangs kind of extend, and you're into the dog who is biting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a melee, so this is D10 plus your dex plus your melee attack.
Christ. Okay. So
And then I do the same.
Dex. That's 10. So Dex plus was it athletics?
Melee.
Melee.
Body, yeah, dex plus body, melee. Ugh.
6. So that was
You needed to beat a 13.
okay. So Dex 9. I got 13.
13, yeah, you successfully honk down into the creature's flesh.
Christ.
And now what's the damage on your vampires?
D6.
D6? Is it just 1d6?
1d6, yeah. And that's a 6.
6 points, okay. And then you didn't install any poison into them this time though?
They have got poison in
They've
them.
got poison installed already?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bite down, the dog kind of whimpers at just you biting into its flesh, but then a moment later it just kind of like lets go and it's stumbling around on the floor and just kind of flumps to the side and its breathing becomes really shallow. Like, it kind of just starts breathing, but it's out of commission.
Cool.
What?
Cool. Done. Is that the word you want to use?
No. I feel I'm a monster.
You still have a move action. Do you want to just start making your way up the stairs?
I'm gonna. Can I?
Or are you going to wait for everyone?
Can I grab Dex and try and just
You run
pull
up
him in?
and like start pulling him in
Yeah.
towards it. Yeah. You feel yourself being pulled.
Get off me!
Come on,
Do you want to
dead.
resist?
Oh, screw it. No.
I absolutely want to resist.
No, not you.
Not
Not
you,
me.
dude.
Oh, Dex.
Defect.
What are you saying?
Defects.
Defects.
Yeah, which one?
Dex and
I said Dex.
Yeah.
Oh my
You were
god.
pointing at Trot,
I was
so
trying
you
to
missed defects. Yeah. That was very confusing.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, defects is actually next. So do you just go with when you're like, oh, I think it's one of
Do
my
I
friends?
realise it's Grim?
I think that the ringing is starting to go a little bit, and you can see a vague black-clad shape.
I might just instinctively swing
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
initially.
Okay, so you make a D10 plus Dex plus Brawling, and then you, Grim, make D10 plus Dex plus Evasion.
It's 9.
Alrighty.
So you got to beat a 9.
You got to beat a 9.
Well, I've beaten 9
I
with
rolled
2
a one.
rolls plus evasion. That's a 6. So yeah, like 15.
So yeah, you go to swing, and Grim, you just step back as this lazy haymaker just flies in front
Get
of
off me, old lady!
Come on! No time for fucking around! Let's go!
And then you just, yeah, I
Oh,
think,
okay. Sorry, Grim, sorry.
Kill the dog!
so you start pulling, and yeah,
Unbelievable.
the two of you begin making your way into the maintenance hatch. There is a short kind of set of stairs that leads up to what looks like a kind of storage or like a kind of loft space, but it's been taken over by a few crates of like maybe machine parts have been turned into a temporary desk. There's a half-finished 6-pack of cola cans. There is a bowl full of dog food, and the window, which seems to lead like a tiny little hatch window that leads up onto the roof, has been opened, and you see a pair of ruby red sneakers kicking as somebody is pulling themselves out onto the roof through the window. May.
Can I?
Defects, your turn is taking a swing and then being pulled around.
Yeah.
So Trex is still jacking.
He's still jacked in, baby.
Still in.
Yeah.
He's still in.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take up just like a position so I can protect him, and shout at him a little, like, "Wrap it up, nerd! We gotta go!"
On it. Always there.
And then can I take some shots at the gangster who came in, the one who succeeded?
Yeah, so well, I'll give you a choice here because the two who came in both have taken cover behind these pachinko machines. The two who just shot out all the glass, they're not in cover. And they've shot out the glass.
I will choose the ones that are not in cover.
Sure, sounds good.
So is it just a straight up? So I've got a very heavy pistol.
Very heavy pistol, so it's a D10 plus your dex plus your handgun skill.
I do have a handgun skill.
You do?
I was like, I don't have it. No, I do.
You do.
Okay, so
D10 plus dex plus handgun.
So I rolled a 5 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
My apologies, ranged weapons, it's reflex, not dex. So ref.
So 5 plus 7. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18, yeah, more than enough at this range. These guys are about 12 meters away, so they're just on the cusp of, they're like 12, 14 meters away, so they're kind of just on the far edge of like medium range.
I rolled, a very heavy pistol is 4d6 of damage. I rolled 4, 4, 4, 5. So
17.
thank you, math boy.
17. So, and you didn't get any 6s on those, right?
No, 5,
That's
yeah.
the main
5
one
and
to know.
4.
So the bullet punctures through this boost, like this Booster Maelstrom ganger's leather jacket. You see him stumble back, clearly taking a bullet, but he's still standing. So he kind of like stumbles for a moment, and then is reeling. Now you do get 2 shots, I think. It's
Rate of
ROF2.
fire 1.
Oh, it's one, a very heavy pistol. That's
very
right.
heavy,
it's one.
yeah.
So just bam, one loud kind of bullet shrieks through the air. You see him kind of stumble back, very clearly injured. So like one more shot like that, this guy will be dead. He'll be meat on the ground. But cool. After Mei, it is Trex.
Nice. Okay, so I want this file, and then I need to take an action to jack out. So can I ID the Wizard 1 file?
You can.
So what do I need to do for that? Is that just another?
It's all the same roll for you, luckily. It's just D10 plus your interface, so 4.
Cool.
Off to see the wizard.
14 with a 10.
14 is enough. You managed to ID this. This is actually quite a complicated file. It's like a statement of from Dorothy. It's compiled data. It contains a copy of, not the complete copy, but it contains a kind of a fraction of data that it's very odd. It's immense file in size, but it's compiled, so it's condensed down. It's unlike any file you've ever seen. Like, this isn't just a regular file, and it is just called backup. And like, once you get into the program, Dorothy has flagged it as like, in case something happens to me, this is my backup. Hopefully, someone finds it.
Oh, okay. And when I ID it, does it automatically download as well?
Yes. It
Okay,
does, yeah.
cool. In that case, with my spare action, I will jack out. Escape, log out.
Yeah, I'm assuming at this point you're not worried about masking your presence in the system. You're just like, I'm out.
I mean, she probably knew I was in there anyway.
Yeah. You snap in your cable, kind of goes back into your interface plugs, and the net space drops, and suddenly there's red smoke from a warding flare. There's like
happened out
guys
here?
with like guns. There's glass everywhere.
What happened to the dog?
The dog is like passed out in the corner.
Oh, grim.
So grim.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for Dex. That's your whole turn to do that.
All I got.
Sky, you can make it to the hatch now.
Can I go? Yeah, can I run to the hatch?
Yeah, you get into the hatch, and then you get just enough that you can see Grim and Defects are ahead of you, looking up into this room beyond. You still have an action if you'd like to do something.
I can I look back and take a shot at the guy that has already been shot?
Yeah, sure, go for it. So same thing, so D10 plus reflex plus handgun.
Gun.
It's all right, we learning. Should be on that.
Oh,
On the right hand side.
17.
17, that is, yep, these guys are not too far away. Distance easily hits. So in this, to hit a ranged target depends on the distance you are from them, unless they are very agile, in which case they can try and dodge bullets. Like these two guys.
These guys.
I rolled 2 6s.
You rolled 2 6s.
I rolled 2 6s.
That is called a critical injury.
Double crit.
Nice.
Critical injury. Death.
It's just a regular crit. It's not a double crit. It's just a critical.
Double
So
crit.
powerful, you die.
Okay. So you weren't aiming for the head, so this is a critical injury to the body. Can you roll 2d6 for me, Kate? Oh, what's the damage before you do that?
So
Because he might probably die.
17.
17. He's just barely alive. He's got 4 hit points left. So the bullet takes him like in the chest. He doubles over. I need you to roll 2d6 for me.
I rolled 2 6s.
Oh my god.
You saw that, right?
I saw that.
So Sky, like, you see Mei takes a shot, and sensing the opportunity of this guy reeling back, you kind of aim up the pistol, take another shot. And is it a very heavy pistol?
It's very heavy.
The bullet, it hits his leg, but the impact of the bullet is enough that it tears the leg free from the thigh. The leg is just like ripped. Blood sprays everywhere. The guy collapses to the ground and is just screaming, as he just is writhing around,
That's
one of his
my bad.
legs ripped off.
Holy
Love it.
crap.
Injury checks.
I want to roll one against you guys.
Injury checks on
so-
bad guys. I love it.
Yeah, me too. So that's it. That's Sky's go.
And then I'll duck in the hatch. See ya.
Duck in the hatch. Grim and Defects. Defects, the ringing is basically like, and then so you
Okay.
can act normally this turn. The shoes disappear, and she pulls herself up onto the roof, and you just hear like, and just like running and like noises of somebody desperately trying to get away. It sounds like she's going to try and climb down the building on the other side to try and get away. And that's what you guys see. That's Dorothy's turn. The thugs now get to go. So, who is still in the pachinko parlor? Mei?
Yeah, I'm stood over Trex, yeah.
Well, the two of you are still there. Standing over him will maybe give him some cover, but they can
With my
still
sweet
shoot.
little
at
bow.
him. Yeah, everyone else is kind of tucked in the maintenance hall. So the two of you, the guy on the ground, I'm not going to make attacks for him. He's like, my leg!
Yeah,
But the other three, seeing this, they just pull out these SMGs and are just gonna shoot. They're not gonna burst fire. They're just gonna take normal shots at you guys, basically. You guys are the same distance away from them, so they need a 17 to hit you guys.
Okay.
To hit both of you, and then we'll see that. Unless you would like to try and manually dodge their bullets, Trex.
So is it a choice thing, or is it
Choice.
Would it dodge all of them?
It will do it for each individual attack because it basically becomes a contest. My shooting skill versus your dodging ability.
Okay. I mean, I may as well, right?
Yeah, so it'd probably be two people will take shots at Mei Mei and then one's going to take a shot at you.
Okay.
All right, we'll do you first because it's a bit more complicated. So you are going to roll D10 plus your dex plus your evasion versus my marksmanship or my gun skill plus my reflex.
What you got?
14.
24.
You leap to the side as bullets spray a pachinko machine and ball bearings fly out, but you kind of throw yourself to the side. Bullets just rain across the side.
That's so cool.
Nice
Meanwhile, the next two take shots at Mei Mei. You can't dodge bullets, right? You don't have a reflex of 8 or higher?
I have a reflex of 7, unfortunately.
No, so unfortunately not. So they need a 17 to hit you with their attack. The first one is a 11, 14. So the first one misses. He just kind of sprays the area around you. The second one is going to be a 15. So they both narrowly miss. Shooting around you as you desperately flee. That was 3. Then the guy's on the ground bleeding out. Grim.
Cool. So, okay. Girl on the roof, girl on the roof, girl on the roof. I'm gonna go up and try and chase her. I'm gonna go up on the roof.
Okay, that is going to be body plus athletics to climb up.
Okie dokie. Mod plus athletics. Here we go. That is a 11 plus 6. 15.
15, it's enough.
16.
It's enough to kind of
15.
like, you stick your body out the window, reach up and begin pulling yourself up. The main problem here is you're successful in climbing up. What you aren't expecting is at the top, the girl on there, you just see a red sneaker coming for your face.
Hey, no, I deserve that. I killed a dog.
What's your dexterity, Trax?
My dexterity is 8.
I'll just use the same for her because she's a fellow netrunner. So 8, she doesn't really have any
But I'm
brawling
really
skill.
cool and good.
Yeah, she's really cool and good too. So that's going to be 17. In fact, you can't really dodge this because you're like climbing up. So you just get like a sneaker to the face. This is going to be to your head, so it's not. Do you have head armor?
No, just
No,
body
you don't.
armor.
So that's only going to be 2 points of hit
that's
points
right.
damage as you kind of get like kicked in the face, like a bit of blood comes out your nose. And then you just see a very terrified young girl. She can't be more than 18. Brown hair, blue checkered like blouse tied up in a kind of country western style, denim shorts, and then just this bright pair of holographic red sneakers. Cyber deck on her arm, cyber eye, and she's just like, get away, fuck off. And then she's just like, she tries to like get away towards the back end of the roof. But you manage to kind of like pull yourself up. And she's, you could probably run her down. She's not getting very fair. What's your movement?
It is.
It's at the top. It's in your stats, Move.
Oh yeah, last 5.
5. So actually, she's just slightly ahead of you. Like, she's just quicker than you are.
Yeah.
Like, you're chasing after her, but she's just a fraction of a hair ahead of you. That's pretty much it. Climbing out, and then your move action.
Running across the roof.
Defects.
Whoa, wait for me! I'm gonna climb up.
Climb out.
as well.
So same thing. Body plus athletics.
Body 8, athletics 6, so that's 15. No,
Pull yourself up.
18.
18, easily done. You kind of reach out, climbing over Grim, sort of a little bit, but you pull yourself up, and you can see this girl ahead of you. just
Hey,
away.
stop! We're on your side. It's okay. It's cool.
Make a D10 plus cool.
It's cool. Okay.
Well, I'm going to see if she knows who you are.
It's a what? Sorry.
So just plus cool. Just plus cool.
10.
10? Okay. What's your cool score?
7.
7. I think she knows who you are. So you call out like, whoa, you're on her side. And she kind of stops as if she recognizes a voice, glances back and sees you, and she looks confused. She's like, defects, what? And like just seems really confused, but she stops, which is enough for Grim. Like, do you tackle her to the ground or are you just gonna like grab her?
It's like grab her shirt, just like, like
Yeah, like she's
stop.
like, whoa, don't kill me. Like,
I'm not gonna kill you.
The data will erase if you kill me. You won't get anything if you kill me.
What data? What?
You mean you're not after the data? And then she looks confused. Meanwhile, May.
I would like to shoot and then go through the maintenance hatch.
Sure, go for it. Take a shot.
So, it's reflex.
Do you want to shoot at the guy with his leg blown off?
No, I think he's alright.
Yeah. You want to go for the other guy outside the window?
Yeah, I want to blow someone else's leg off.
He's gone.
Yeah, I think he's good. I rolled a 7 plus reflex, isn't it? Or dex?
So it's reflex plus the weapon, so handguns in this case.
But wasn't there another stat in there as well? Like reflex?
Yeah, it's D10 plus reflex plus handgun.
Reflex. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to hit.
Still enough. There's 17 difficulty to hit.
Oh god. I'm going to count that as a roll. So 2, 5, 10, 14.
So this one isn't quite as powerful as like your previous shots. Like the bullet definitely hits, it penetrates through the armor, but it slows him down, but isn't enough to kind of cause any mortal wound or anything like that. And you can see he's now desperately going to try and take cover when he can to try and get away from these shots. And then you rush into the maintenance hatch and begin making your way up to the roof as well.
Yeah.
Cool, perfecto. Trex.
Okay, I want to take. So I've got a 2-shot gun. I want to shoot once at the guy that just got winged, and then once at him again. Sure. And
No, you can just bam, bam.
yeah, and then dip into the thing. So I will take a shot. So reflex plus my handgun. Boom. 10 plus handgun, 13. So that misses. I guess.
13 is going to be a miss. Yeah, you need 17 to hit these guys.
And the other one, is also a miss. 14.
Just your skill with the gun, but also the distance, the pachinko in the way, the smoke from the flare, just the shots go wide.
That's fine. It'll scare him.
Yeah, and then you dash into the main hallway as you and May making your way up. Sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the roof as well.
Yeah,
Same
so
as-
body plus athletics to climb up.
Oh no. 10.
10. So you kind of reach out, but it's an awkward climb. You kind of have to reach out from this tiny window, pull yourself up onto the thing. You slip and you're going to fall.
Can I extend my rippers? So
And like dig into the wall
I
to try
basically
and
want
scrape
to,
down.
like, my nails are cybertech so that they extend into sharp claws, and I want to just dig them in and try and catch myself.
How much damage do your rippers normally do? 2d6?
2d6.
Okay, because this is going to hurt, right? You can save yourself from falling, which will hurt worse, but to do
That's
that,
fine.
like, it's going to be painful to do
I'll
this.
do that.
I'm
I
not
felt that
enjoying
one,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
I mean, they're cybernetic, so like the
They're
nerve endings would have been
cybernetic,
severed
yeah.
and stuff like
but-
that, like because you're
it's
breaking
like,
through.
you know,
But it's also like the
yeah.
shock to the arms. You're gonna take 7 hit points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you dig the rippers in and you kind of pull yourself to a halt and stop yourself falling any further. Either somebody can pull you up, or next turn you can try and climb up, but you'll just be able to do it Wolverine style when you make your way
Wolverine.
up. These like long, are they yellow or are they like
They're like
holographic?
bright yellow to match her hair.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Perfect. Poor dog. I'm tracking him.
Is he still alive?
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
one's there.
Did you just straight up kill the dog?
Dorothy looks and is like, who sent you? Why are you here? What's going on?
Easy, all right?
It can't be easy. Those people are after me. I heard gunshots. Is somebody after you? What's going on?
We were sent by your boss, all right?
Sanakawa sent you?
Yeah.
No, that's no good. We gotta get out of here now.
All right, let's go then.
Come on, we need somewhere safe to go. Where do we go?
Motel?
Yeah.
Sure, anywhere. Just, we need to get away from here now. If you guys found me, that means Maelstrom found me, which means Sanakawa
Oh
can
yeah,
find us.
there's
Yeah,
some
there-
commotion down there.
Shit, we gotta get out of here. Toto! And she's calling down the stairs.
I think they got your dog.
Jesus.
Sorry.
You watch her heart break in her eyes. She's like, no.
There's no time for that. I'll write a song.
At this point, you can just drag her because she is devastated.
Rhiannon, what have you done?
Oh, we broke a girl's heart.
What did Maelstrom do?
Yeah, what did
What did
Maelstrom do?
Maelstrom do?
Yeah,
Maelstrom.
bastards.
How could Maelstrom do this?
You hear the sounds of the Maelstrom thugs making their way to the maintenance hatch, but it's going to be enough time for all of you to basically climb. Sky, you can basically pull yourself up and then pull May and Trex up. You guys are now all on the roof. Like, what's the plan here? You've got maybe a few seconds before the rest of this gang come up the stairs and get on the roof too.
I have a grappling gun.
I mean, yeah, like you could easily just get everyone down to the ground level if you want, or to another building.
I will do that.
The main thing I need to know, where are you going? Like, you want to go to the no-tell motel? Like, try and hoard up in a room somewhere?
Yeah.
Does anyone
Okay.
have a safe space?
Safe space. Safe space.
Okay, sure. You guys make a run for the no-tell motel, managing, with the thanks of May's grappling gun, you managed to get away. You hear the Maelstrom thugs like chasing after you, but they can't keep up. Like, you know, they're gonna have to jump down or climb down, and they've got a buddy with a leg blown off, so they're not really gonna make it. You make your way to the no-tell motel, and it's no trouble to like quickly just slam payment down and grab a room, just any room to do. You get inside, and Dorothy, who's been unconsolable, manages to kind of like bring herself round. It's just like, you don't understand. Why? You said Sanakawa sent you? Did he say why? Did he say why he needed me?
He hasn't heard from you in like 3 days.
No, because I haven't contacted him. I don't know how to explain this, but I found the data he sent me for. He sent me looking for information on his sister, some old professor from before Arasaka. She was working on some sort of project. I found the data, but it's not like any data I've ever seen. It's too big, it's too encoded, it's military grade. This is big stuff, and I don't know what Sanakawa's up to, but I don't trust it. I wanted to figure out what the data was before I contacted him, make sure it wasn't anything dangerous.
What sent you crazy shooting down the street?
Well, those Maelstrom thugs were after me, they were gonna kill me.
You just shot a guy in the eye.
Yeah, he was gonna kill me or
That's
worse.
red.
Okay.
Nice work.
Whoa.
Big fan.
She just like frees, like completely befuddled. While you guys are here, you hear the sound of a car pull up outside the no-tell motel.
Well,
Okay.
we gotta run again?
I mean, where do you want to run to? It's just a car. You see it's the same car that followed you when you left.
What name did you put down when you booked the room?
Can I make a call on my disposable cell phone?
Yep.
I've got a disposable cell
You do.
phone, and can I scramble the outgoing comms on
Yes, you can do that.
it to Victor Wilson from Arasaka,
You can.
please?
You can. While she's doing that, while Sky does that, everyone else make a perception intelligence for me. The agent rings for a bit too long, and then eventually it picks up and you see a very nervous, very sweaty looking Victor. Appears to maybe be in like a meeting room, but it's empty. Sky, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Where are you right now? Please
Who are
don't
you
tell me
with?
you're in Kabuki. Please don't tell me you're
We
in
are.
Kabuki.
Who are you with right now?
I'm not with anybody, but they just scrambled an elite SWAT team out to Kabuki, and it was urgent. Like, they got a call, my boss, he heard something, he got a report from somebody, and then they went ballistic, and they've sent a full armed squad to Kabuki.
They're after the wrong people.
Look, how can I help? What do you need? Like, where are you?
We're in the no-tell motel.
Right, okay.
They're outside. I've heard a car.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, and I really want you to listen to me. I don't care what you're involved in. I don't care who you're with. Do what they say. If they ask you to give somebody up, you give them up, okay? This is Arasaka. You know what they can do. Walk out of there and surrender yourself to whoever's there, and I will do everything I can to get you safe.
There is an innocent girl here.
Sky, I get that, but right now this is between living and dying, because I think that whoever's there, whatever they're after, they're gonna tear that place apart to get it. Just walk out, surrender yourself, tell them your name, and I will do everything I can. I'll pull in every favor I have to get you out. Please,
can't
please
do that.
don't tell me Grimm's with you as well.
Yes.
Can you let me talk to her for a second?
Okay, I'll pass.
You see Victor.
Victor? Victor, what's going on?
I just told Sky they've scrambled a SWAT team to Kabuki. Whatever you're into,
Fuck.
why are you doing this?
It was just a stupid fucking job, Victor.
Who are you working for?
We work. Oh, fuck's sake! It's Tamako. Tamako.
I don't. Tamako.
Was that a fucking Akasaka car following us earlier? Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about it. Jeez, what do you think? Just because I'm working for the company, I'm like giving intel on you? Jeez, you're just like when we broke up.
Victor, just how the fuck do we get out of here? Just tell me, what the fuck do we need to do?
Look, I can't help all of you, but if you and Sky surrender yourselves, well, maybe not. I can't help you. You know what you did. You know how pissed off they are at you. You need to just get out, like shoot your way out or run away, but Sky needs to give herself up, right? I can help her. If she gives herself up, I can help her. But you, and if Trex is with you, he's in the shit too.
Hey, bud.
Ah, fuck. Just the two of you need to get out of there, whatever, no matter what, okay? Whoever you're protecting, whatever you're involved in, give them up. Throw them to Arasaka. Because trust me, it's better than anything else right now.
Ah, fuck's sake!
I've got to go. Sky, and he's like calling out, like, I've got to go. And then it hangs up.
That guy sounded like a fucking loser.
Yeah, who's this
You
guy?
dated that?
Let's not get into that. Let's not. It's complicated.
Dorothy, you
It's
hear all that?
complicated.
She's just like, oh god.
Bigger
Arasaka's
problems
here.
than an ex-boyfriend right now.
Holy
Elite
shit, Dorothy, you
squad.
fucked it.
I didn't fuck anything. It was this Sanakawa. Like, look, whatever this research is, it's incomplete. It's like half of something, right? There's got to be something he was connected with. As this happens, you just hear. In fact, all of you who have agents, an unknown number is ringing.
You gonna get that? This is why I don't have one.
I'll answer mine.
Okay, you answer yours. You hear a very kind of calm, pleasing voice, just like, am I speaking to the freelancers currently occupying room 212? Notably, I believe, he kind of like seems to pause for a moment. One known as Meme, Defects, Trex, Grim, who I am familiar with, and one Sky. My name is Mr. Clydesdale. I would like to make you an offer.
For fuck's sake, I knew I should have gone and done my collection.
You are currently working for an individual that you should not have trusted. You are in possession of something very dangerous that Arasaka Corporation would like to take into custody. I am willing to allow all of you present, including my former partner, go, in exchange for the girl and the data.
While he's talking, can I have activated my cyber audio suite for lie detection?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's harder. Yeah, you're listening
Wait,
to
it
his
does
voice
that?
pattern. Hers does.
Mine
She
does.
has a special one.
Mine just does audio.
Okay. So just what is your human perception bonus?
It says add +2 to my human perception bonus, so that
what-
would be 8 altogether.
8 altogether, and then your, I think this would be empathy, because you're reading language. What's your empathy score?
I don't have.
EMP.
Oh,
EMP.
5.
5. Okay. So 8, 5, so 13 total bonus. Because I get to roll these in secret, and then I'll
No.
tell you. Okay. Okay. I am willing to let you and your companions go in exchange for the girl and the data. And that's all we care about. No beep. We will ensure that the data is taken care of correctly. Beep. What you are involved with is well beyond your pay grade. I am offering you an out. And if you wish to get revenge on Mr. Sanakawa for his deception, Arasaka Corporation would be willing to compensate you for such matters. But right now, it's you, her, or me and my very heavily armed attack team. I'll give you a minute. And then the phone hangs up.
In that time,
Yes.
could I have taken the last remnants of the drugs that were in my pocket?
Yeah.
Just be like, stretching.
Yeah, you feel great, man. Like, you could take on anything that comes to that door, like,
I'm like,
your defects, man.
I do this to Dorothy, thumbs up, and I take out a couple of tear gas grenades and then line them up at the door at the bottom.
Right, okay.
And just stand back and get the guitar ready.
Just, okay, yeah, sure.
In axe form.
They're not gonna. They can't get this data. They can't have it. It's a lie. If they get hold of this, it's bad news. They can't have it.
Define bad news.
I don't know what they're trying to do with it, but he's lying.
Was he
Saying
lying
that
about?
He was
keeping us-
lying about keeping it safe and doing the right thing with it.
Was he lying about keeping us safe?
Don't think so, but also, I don't think we should be trusting Arasaka.
Come on, it's a little girl.
Fuck
They
Arasaka.
killed her dog.
So,
Let's get some revenge.
what's the plan?
How do we get out of this room then?
Can I start a live stream
You can.
on my
Your
to
blog.
my followers?
Mhm.
I just want to pick up my phone. Arasaka are keeping secrets from you. Arasaka are trying to bully a teenage girl into getting some data, and it is dangerous. And now they are threatening us. Do not trust Arasaka, and then I will.
You forgot to tell them to like and subscribe.
That bell. Ding that bell.
In the background, when you finish that off and sign off, can I go, fuck the corpse?
I'll be like, hell yeah, and I'll start a fucking death metal tune.
Yeah, let's go.
Love it. I love it.
Fuck the corpse!
Let's see
Arasaka,
here.
suck my
Okay.
dick.
Katie, I would like you to roll a d10 for me. Just a d10
Oh.
and tell me the number you get.
I don't know whether lower or high is a good thing. Oh, 5 straight in the middle.
5 straight in the middle. Okay. And you don't get to know the result. There is a brief moment during this minute. How do we get out of this place? And there's a door. The window isn't a window, it's a screen made to look like a window,
Of course it is.
facing on the inside. You don't have any explosives to blow a hole in the wall. You don't need to. Suddenly, outside, you hear screeching wheels, you hear the shouts. The thugs that had been chasing you, the maelstrom, you begin to hear them cry out, "Dragon! Dragon! Dragon! Dragon!" The screech of rubber and wheels, the sound of gunfire, and a maniacal laughter. Laughter that Mei probably remembers quite well. You hear explosions and the sound of fighting going off. If you want to make a break for it, whatever is happening outside, this is your one chance to escape.
The fuck did you do?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
You guys make your way out and you rush towards Mei's car. Mei, you catch a glimpse leading this charge against Arasaka's SWAT team. You see Zerong. He is fully borged. You can see he has 2 cyber legs, 2 cyber arms. He has, his hair has been shaved completely bald, and now he has these cybernetic horns protruding from his head and vents in his shoulders and back that spew out smoke like a dragon's. His hands are like claws, and he's just, "Ah, for Maelstrom! Kill them, take their tech! Find me the girl! Find me Dorothy!" And they are going to town on this place. You guys just managed to get away. We're gonna end things here with a big old cliffhanger that maybe one day
Oh my
we can
god.
resolve. But hey, do you know what? Sometimes in Night City, there's not always happy endings. Sometimes you don't get to survive. Sometimes you do. You can do your own adventures in Cyberpunk 2077.
Hell yeah.
And Cyberpunk Red as well, which is the RPG we've been playing, slightly modified.
So cool.
Loved it.
There you go.
Cool,
And
awesome.
that is the end of our little adventure. And yeah, it's a bit open-ended. I had a lot more planned. We didn't get there. That's fine. It happens sometimes. But yeah, I think there's some cool cliffhangers there to build on.
Hell yeah.
Especially if Dorothy ever finds out that Grim killed her dog.
So
How you
many
feeling about that,
unanswered
Reed?
questions.
Feeling pretty good?
Stings. It's not good.
And that's it. That's it for us. Thank you for checking out this special, very special one-shot in association with CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077. We hope you enjoyed it. Check us out for more Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop role-playing game content here on the High Rollers channel. If you didn't like and subscribe to Sky's blog and channel, you should definitely like and subscribe to us. And I
the
would
same
I would
page.
very much like to do this again.
Yeah.
We might not have all the sets and costumes and props. I would like to do this again and round the story out,
Hell
I
yeah.
think. Maybe we'll do it online because of all the smog in Night City.
So much smog.
So much smog.
So much
we
smog.
might do like an online session to kind of follow the story up.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
I would like to see this finished and see how things develop.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks for checking us out and goodbye.
Bye.